In meeting grandfather Kableman. In 2009, I was a floral designer and my arrangements sometimes towered taller than me for fancy affairs. Because I live in Florida, I often did the larger arrangements outside. One day, as I was designing, a man appeared. He was wearing a long trench coat, boots, and a wide-brimmed hat. Since we have a lot of homeless here, I asked him if I could help him, but he didn't reply. He continued to watch me for work for a few minutes, then disappeared. This happened for a few days. I wasn't afraid, but all of a sudden I realized he had no color. His skin was weathered and gray. His clothes looked something a soldier would have worn in the Civil War. His clothing was all gray also. When I realized he was a spirit, I asked, "Why are you here? Can I help you?" He smiled and faded away. That was the last time I saw his figure, until I was at home going through some things and an old photo fell out. I wasn't sure, but I thought it was my mother-in-law's grandfather. She lived with us in the last years of her life. I went to her with the photo and asked if this was her grandfather. "Yes," she said. "Why?" I said I had saw him, but he was wearing a hat. Did he wear hats? She didn't know him that well, so she called her older sister, and she had said yes, then described what I saw. Didn't think much of it because spirits come to me, so I put the picture back in the box. This was in October 2010. She was sick with kidney failure, but lived with us until she passed. After Christmas, I traveled to Alabama with my son and his young daughter for a break. While there, she was hospitalized, but my husband said he was told she would be fine and not to come home. While in Alabama, I got up before my son and was taking a bath when a voice said, "Danger." I said, "I'm fine." The voice repeated, "Danger, fall." Again, I replied, "I won't fall, and I will be careful." Then the voice showed me a big letter B, "Danger, fall." Then the voice showed me like water going down the drain. It was swirling faster and faster till it was black. I hadn't let the water out of the tub yet. And even stronger, the voice said, "Danger, fall, B." I called home to see if something was wrong. My mother-in-law, B, had fallen in the bathroom at the hospital and was in a coma. Again, they told my husband she would be fine, but my son and I started the 13-hour trip home. When we got there, she was still in a coma. Before I could call the hospital, they called us. She had died while in the coma. I never saw her grandfather again, nor did I hear the voice I heard in Alabama when I was taking my bath. She died 3 months after the man I didn't know, but it was pretty clear now that the man in gray and the voice was telling me she was dying. She fell in the bathroom. The swirling I thought was water, and a drain was the life draining from her body. The letter B was for her name, Beatrice, and if by chance the picture hadn't fallen from a box of pictures, I would have never known who he was. She died in January of 2010, 3 months after I met her grandfather.